Look at your goofy ass. Look at your goofy ass. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Dating coaches don't know shit. We got a dating coach who doesn't know shit. I repeat, he doesn't know shit. He said that men who are 35 and up, when they're single and they don't have kids, it fucks them up in the dating market. Saying women look at them like they're weirdos and it's gonna fuck them up. Okay. This is bullshit. It's not true. A lot of older guys who are still single, living the bachelor lifestyle and have fucking money, they're fucking all the hot young women. That's not stopping them. This is a fucking lie. Again, they want men to settle so bad and hurry up and get married, but a lot of men are mentally checked out of dating. There's a lot of 30 plus guys who have no kids, who are finally coming into some money and stability. They are having fun. They're not rushing to get married because they already know the fucking risk. They know majority of these women bring no value to a man's life. It's best to do short-term fun, no long-term commitments, the free agent lifestyle. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. The free agent lifestyle makes more fucking sense than risking everything you worked hard for to get fucking married. Marriage is a fucking joke, and majority of you guys are not even going to sign up for that. Again, we got this dating coach who doesn't know shit, trying to shame men who are 30 plus, who are not settled down. And what? You're a dating coach. Like, come on, bro. Don't believe this shit. We all know there's a lot of guys who are killing it, who are over the age of 30, having fun. They're not settling down. They already know the risk. They already wasted their time pursuing a woman, or they got out of a relationship that fucked them over. They're probably in a marriage that didn't work out. They're not going to repeat that same mistake again. And the guys who are blessed, who do not have kids, are able to have so much money left over to travel and have fun. Most guys are not rushing to settle down. We already know the risk. It's a waste of time. So let's watch this clip. So we got a dating expert. He says men lose up to 50% of their dating market value after turning 25. That is a fucking lie. Once you hit like 35, girls are going to start thinking like, why are you 35? You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't have a house. Statistically, from the data, let's say you have your exact profile name and you're 34 years old and you're getting 10 out of 10 results. If you just turned 35 or 40, you will see at a minimum a 30 to 50% decrease in your results. Again, lies. I had a client in New York. He's a partner at one of the largest Fortune 500 companies here in Manhattan, and he goes to events, networks, like these sort of social events, and there's an age limit for them. 38 years old. If you're over 38, you can't go. They don't allow men. Who gives a fuck? This is a dumb loser's event. If he's in these circles where he has money, this guy is already losing. Okay, you're already at a loss paying for a fucking dating coach. A dating coach. You're at a fucking loss paying for a fucking dating coach that don't know shit. Either you got it or you don't. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on a fucking dating coach. That's not going to make that woman like you. Either you got it in you or you don't. Stop wasting money on these fucking dating coaches who don't know shit and who look like this dude. Let's watch this.
Once you hit like 35, 40, girls are going to start to think, why are you 35? You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't have a house. 40 is even worse. And just from the statistically from the data, clients see the biggest drop off. Like, let's say you have your exact profile now and you're 34 years old and you're getting 10 out of 10 results. If you just turn 35 or 40, you will see at minimum a 30 to 50% decrease in your results, because the pool of options of women who are willing to date 35-year-olds, you get filtered out. So now you have a smaller pool of options, so you're converting.
This is a fucking lie. These guys are not struggling to date. This must be a hideous fucking man who does not fucking work out. Even if he was ugly and he has money, he can still get a hot young girl. He fucked up by wasting his money on a dating coach who's giving him bad advice, and he's going to continue to be single if he's paying all this money to this fucking dating coach. He's going to lead him to failure. This is a fucking lie.
conversion matters more because there's less people to choose from. At 35, 40, and 50, those are the 3 age milestones where guys see a big drop off.
Whoa.
Y'all, let me know in the comments. This is bullshit. There's a lot of guys who are 35 plus killing it. 35-year-old dudes, fucking 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, traveling. The guys who are traveling, do you understand how much pussy these guys are getting overseas too when they travel for work and just travel in general? A lot of these guys who have money, they're not struggling to date. They don't get, come on, these guys are not judged for being 35 plus. A woman who sees a guy who's 35 plus, has no kids, are like, oh shit, I need to get pregnant by him. He has no kids. He's going to stand out compared to the guys who have all these multiple kids, paying child support. When a woman sees a guy, you are golden. You are winning. If you are 35 plus, you have no fucking kids, just you, and your money's right, dude, you're high value. Don't believe what they fucking tell you. You are high value, and women are on you. This guy's fucking lying.
Whoa.
On the apps, at least. In person, not as much, but on the apps, yes. But in New York, I had a client of mine. He's a partner at one of the largest Fortune 500 companies.
If you work for a Fortune 500 company, why are you paying for a dating coach? I'm saying this guy may be hideous. He may be out of fucking shape, and he wasn't used to getting pussy. He's green. So the fact that you're paying for a dating coach to help you get bitches, you're already at a loss. You're already starting out in the red. Either you got it or you don't. Why do you think so many women they still cheat on provider males with guys who don't got shit? Because these guys are confident. Even though that guy may be poor as fuck, he stays in the gym, he's confident. More confident than this guy who's providing for her. This guy he's already at a loss. You're paying for a dating coach. And you work for a Fortune 500 company? Come on, dude.
He's a partner at a big Fortune 500 here in Manhattan. And he goes to events, network, like these sort of social events.
He's losing. You make all this money and you're still going to a fucking singles event. You're at a loss. Why are you wasting your time going to a loser's convention? This guy may be I don't care how much money he makes. He may be a loser if he has to pay for a dating coach and he's getting turned away at these fucking dating events.
Events, and there's an age limit for them. 38 years old. If you're over 38, you can't go to, they don't allow people at the.
That's bullshit. They will be losing fucking money. Y'all see my videos of these dating events. There's a lot of old ass people at these events. That's a lie. And whoever's running this company is a fucking idiot. You're going to lose money if you have an age restriction. We all know there's a lot of old, desperate people looking for love. So that's money you're losing. Like, come on now.
At these events. Now he's turning 40 soon. He's slowly starting.
And I don't even trust this dude. He don't even got a beard. Where's your beard at? Where's your stash at? Don't even got a mustache. Clean. I don't trust you. Where's your beard at? How are you a dating coach? You don't know shit, Benjamin.
Get uninvited and not allowed to show up at certain events. So the age thing is real. And if you're mediocre or you're subpar, you're not dialed in, women have higher expectations of you. If let's say you have a Lambo, sick condo, sick job, you got motion, but your texting sucks, on the date you're not as dialed in as you.
If you have all that shit, you don't have to do all that extra shit. Your text can be dry as fuck. The fact that you have all that, she's gonna want to see you and spend time with you. You got motion. You got a condo. You got a Lambo. Go to Miami. You got motion. You got a Lambo. You got a condo. You don't got to be texting her, kissing her ass. She's going to be doing all the work for you. Again, dating coaches don't know shit. Benjamin, with no beard, no stash, not looking masculine. Benjamin, come on, bro. What 35 plus man is struggling to date? Nobody.
In as you should be. With increased success comes increased expectations. Women expect more of you because now they're holding you to a higher standard. So if your game isn't as dialed in and your ability to attract her isn't as dialed in, That's going to be a red flag for her, that incongruence.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And it's bullshit. Yeah, let's look at the comments too. Nah, Cope, just because he can't doesn't mean others can't. Well, he's a dating expert. That don't mean shit. Yeah, expert is a very loose term nowadays. Thank you. Correction, maybe in the US, but any woman outside of the US, especially Latinas and Eastern Europeans, prefer older men. And also, a lot of men don't have the things he's talking about in their 20s anymore. Having children with another lady, anyways, is a huge baggage. They're already calling bullshit on this. If you're single and 35, you would literally be drowning in pussy, since they're all going to be going through early midlife crisis and trying to have kids and get married before they get gray hair and infertile. Thank you. I'm so glad that men are calling this bullshit. Like, come on. Yeah, someone said, yeah, he's a bought and paid by the feminist. I agree, right? And the sexiest men alive are almost always in their 50s. George Clooney, Denzel Washington, Idris Elba, yeah. This guy says, I'm 33 years old and I see no signs of slowing down. I get more matches than ever before. True. Men peak in their 30s, bro. Just stay single. Worst fucking advice. Most percent of men will look way worse as they get older, get sick, lose their hair, put on weight, be more out of shape, lose life sparks. Not wifing up a girl in your 20s sets you up for a dreadful existence. Not true. You need bread. If you 35 and broke, no chance. But 35 and got money, you still in the game. Thank you. These people, I'm so glad that these guys are calling this bullshit out. This guy, these dating coaches don't know shit. And there is a attack on 30 plus men who are not single, who are living the free agent lifestyle and who are holding the line. I repeat, there is an attack on 30 plus men who are single, minding their fucking business, having fun. Now, this last clip we're about to go over, we got Scott Galloway, your boy, Scott Galloway, talking more shit about 30 plus men. Let's watch it. So it says, Scott Galloway says something quietly profound. Single men in the 30s have 1 in 3 chances of becoming substance abusers. When men lack the anchor, they often spiral into online rage, nationalism, and blame. Women tend to pour that energy into friends and career. Okay, let's see. Let's listen to this bullshit that Scott has to say.
So there's this cartoon of a woman in her 30s who doesn't have romantic love. It's like the greatest tragedy ever. You know, poor Lisa never found romantic love, and now she's in her 40s and she has cats. What a tragedy. Guess what? Lisa's just fine. All of the research shows the following. Men need and benefit from relationships much more than women. Widows are...
How the fuck do we benefit more? When we do all this work and we get nothing in return. They benefit? Okay. When a man goes through a divorce and he has to give her half his shit, how is that a benefit? When a man has to start his life all over again, how is that a benefit? When a 2 married couple, they're living paycheck to paycheck because this dumbass woman talked this dude into buying a house they can't afford. She has horrible spending habits. She's coming into the marriage with debt. How is being married to somebody a benefit to this man? When he was at peace, he had his money together before he invited this liability into his life. Majority of these women today are liabilities. They're not an asset. How is this a benefit to a man, Scott? It's not. Like, again, there is an attack on 30 plus men who are happily single and at peace. A lot of these guys went through a divorce. They went through failed relationships. They don't want to repeat that same shit over again. I'm telling you, men are waking up and they're trying their hardest to shame these men for picking the free agent lifestyle.
Are happier after their husband dies. True. This is true. Widowers are less happy. Women do live longer in relationships. They live 2 to 4 years longer.
Yes, they live longer. The husband usually dies because he's busting his ass and stressing his ass off because he has to provide. He's stressed. He's working 12-hour shifts. Have you guys noticed like our grandparents back in the day, like just couples back in the day, the husbands always died earlier than the wives? Because this guy was stressed providing, working 12-hour shifts, busting his ass, never having a day off. Like, come on, this is bullshit to me, but let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you guys know, you guys are familiar with Scott Galloway? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Men live 4 to 7 years longer. If a man hasn't cohabitated with a woman or been married by the time he's 30, there's a 1 in 3 chance he'll be a substance abuser. When women don't have a...
Okay, but most of these guys who are in marriages they're battling with addiction, becoming alcoholics because they're stressed. This marriage is stressing them out. Let's talk about the husbands who go to the bar before they come home. Let's talk about the husbands who park in the driveway, sit in the car and wait because they know before they go into that house is going to be a fucking disaster. Let's not go there. There are a lot of men who are happily single. They're trying to shame these brothers for staying single and living the free agent lifestyle. That's basically what it is. The birth rates are declining. Marriage rates are declining. Men control access to marriage. So let's not go there. They're just mad that men are waking up.
Have a romantic relationship, they oftentimes pour a lot of that energy back into their friend network and their professional lives. When men don't have a relationship, they pour a lot of that energy back into online content, nationalism, misogyny, anti-immigration. They start blaming other people for their problems. The bottom line is...
What about the women blaming other people for their problems as well? All these post-wall women complaining about why they're single. Where are all the good men at? They've been ran through. They're complaining about a problem they created. Let's not go there. There's a lot of guys who are happily single, stacking up their money, living longer, healthy, going to the gym. Because y'all not going to highlight all these married couples who are both overweight. They've both given up on life and they're fucking miserable. You never want to highlight that. How about you start telling the truth? Start telling the truth about what marriage is really like. Most of these people in marriages are fucking miserable and broke. Come on, highlight the facts. Majority of these women are miserable in marriages. Come on now.
Men need, especially young men, need guardrails. And there is nothing like the guardrails of a relationship and especially marriage. And when I'll flip this back to you, but when I was younger, when I was, in my 20s, 30s, and even into my 40s, everything was about more. I wanted more money. No matter how much money, I want more money. Relevance. I want more relevance. No matter how fabulous my experiences are, the people I was hanging out, could I hang out with more interesting people? Well, I'm in St. Bart's for New Year's. What about F1 for New Year's? I want fucking more. Just never quite sated. And the only time I have ever felt sated is when I'm with my boys and my partner, Beata, and we look at each other and we know we've done something right, and it's a hassle and it's the end of the night, and the kids instinctively throw their legs over ours, and we're all on the couch, or I know they're safe, I know they're protected.
Okay, but most men don't want that lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with guys opting out of that lifestyle. That's what you did, it works for you. It's not going to work for most men. Most men don't want to be safe. Most men do not want to be with one woman for the rest of their life. There's some men who don't want kids. That is you. It works out for you, but it's not going to work out for the rest of these men.
I know they're loved. I know they love me immensely. It's the only time I've ever had a moment where I thought, okay, I get it. I could go now. I don't want to go now, but I get it. This is it. This is enough. Only time in my life where I've ever felt sated. And what I would say I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. I just didn't. I thought, being single and alone in New York is an empty and meaningless experience, but as far as empty and meaningless experiences go, it was pretty damn good. And then I found someone who wanted to have kids and said, I'm not interested in a long-term relationship with kids. So I'm like, fine, we'll have kids. And now, hands down, and all the research shows this, the happiest people are generally part of a family. And I think
Do y'all believe that the happiest people are, I fuck what the statistics say. Do you believe that the happiest people are married people? Because there's a lot of miserable motherfuckers who are stuck together and can't leave. Let's not go there, man. Again, there's an attack on single, child-free men over the age of 30, and they can't stand that these guys are happily single. They're not wasting their time courting these below average women who have a high ass body count. Come on now.
Part of masculinity is the greatest reward I feel is making them feel like they're noticed and they're loved, being a provider for them, making them hopefully that they feel protected. But it is the most unexpected means of finding purpose and meaning in my life. And the most wonderful thing, it's not even making money that's great, it's making it with people. It's making it with a team. When I met my wife, I had no money. She had no money. We built a great life together. We had no kids. We have these 2 boys who get less awful every day. But doing that with someone else.
Okay, Scott, this was pre-internet when he met his wife. This was pre-social media. Probably met his wife in the 80s, 90s. Okay, that's pre-social media. It worked out for you. It's not going to work out for most of these guys. Yeah, you found a woman who's going to build with you. Most of these women today are not going to build what they don't want to build with a man. They want to wait at the finish line until he has all his shit together. That's not going to be most men today. And that's why most of these guys are checked out and just focused on them. They rather continue to stack their money, get their money, travel, do what the fuck they want to do. They're not living for other people anymore. They're living for themselves. But again, there's an attack on 30 plus men who are single, child free, and they can't stand it. That we do not want to get married. But guys can continue to hold the line, focus on you. These dating coaches don't know shit. Scott's talking about a time that was completely different. This is pre-social media, man. You are not in the dating scene. You don't even know how it is. I'm tired of married people giving advice on the dating scene today in 2026 when you've been fucking married for all these years. You're not even in the scene. You're not in the streets. You're not in the game. Sit this one out. Talk about marriage. Don't talk about what single people are going through. That's what you should stick to. I don't give a damn how many books you wrote. Stick to what you know, because you're not even single. You're not in these streets like this. But guys can continue to hold the line, focus on you. Don't fall for this bullshit. If you want to be single, you stay single. And to the guys who've been through a divorce, you already know how fucked up it is being married. You probably had to start your life over from zero. Lost all this money, time, energy you can't get back on an ungrateful woman. Marriage is not worth that risk, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.